Motorfest, we have RC cars. Yes, the Crew Motorfest, Forza's direct competition, is getting RC cars. Controllable, drivable. In fact, we know a lot, and I mean a lot more about those cars than you would think through hands-on gameplay. And I don't just mean from the trailer that revealed the RC cars, I mean we have information about the playlist, what the playlist is gonna have. Now the trailer might let us at least see what vehicles we're gonna get, which the ones we see are only 4. There's this off-roady looking one, this one with trick shot on the side, Comet, and then the 8-ball car. Those are the 4 RC cars that it seems we're getting. We might be getting more, but especially given these are all fake, thus not behind licensing, if they had more, I imagine they would show more. So the spec will likely launch with 4 different vehicles. Now there's a lot of information that Ivory Tower didn't include, which I really think you should have known, because you might never get to play with the RC cars. What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and today I'm gonna go through all of that info, beginning with the biggest one, and we'll go into the gameplay afterwards. But this changes everything about the RC cars. It is double, triple confirmed that the RC cars and the playlist will be locked behind the Year 3 Pass. Now, the Year 3 Pass is, of course, a set of vehicles that you can get via owning the pass. This has happened before as well, where cars have been locked behind the pass. The most notable ones are the Chase Squad cars, which are probably the best comparison here, but then also the Dodge Hellcat Red Eye, the Chevrolet Chevelle, the Zenvo Aurora Agile, and the Ferrari 12 Cylindri are all locked behind 3 separate passes, meaning you cannot get those cars without owning the pass. In the game, they're unable to be purchased. But the most important comparison is the Chase Squad playlist, because this playlist as a whole is locked behind the Year 2 Pass. You can't play it unless you own the pass. Now, for some reason, Ivory Tower didn't actually say that the RC cars are gonna be the exact same way. Now, you can't even get the cars from the Chase Squad without playing the playlist. You have to do all the open world activities to actually own all of the cars from the playlist. But just like Chase Squad, it seems that one is going to be available to everyone, that being Trick Shot. Trick Shot will likely go straight into your account if you own the Year 3 Pass. But if we go to this article which talks about the Year 3 Pass, it says, well, first it says TBA for most of the cars, whereas we know that we're getting the Trick Shot in the Year 3 Pass because it's in the trailer, but RC car playlist exclusive to Year 3 Pass holders. Alongside new cars, those who purchase the Year 3 Pass will also gain access to an exclusive RC car themed playlist. This sees players execute stunts in timed challenges, perform jumps with a dedicated button while moving the analog stick to flip. We'll get into that. That's more about the gameplay side, which I talked about where we talk about the playlist. While the theme playlist and several RC cars are exclusive to the Year 3 Pass, this is the only silver lining. There will be an RC car, one, accessible to all players in the limited time summit. As far as which one is going to be in the summit, my theory is this one, the 8-ball car, simply because it looks like the coolest. It's got the little 8-ball guy inside the car, which we don't see with any of the other RC cars. Like the other one, Trick Shot, we know is Year 3 Pass. We know the other ones just look less fun. Like this one, the Cosmic, was it? Comet? This off-roader looking one? Neither of those look as hype as the 8-ball does. So, you might not be able to play the RC car playlist. You might not be able to get most of the RC cars. However, on the month that the RC cars will release halfway through next season, so that being May, in the summit during roughly the end of the month, there will be the platinum reward of the RC car 1, meaning you'll be able to win it. Top 15,000 will get the car there and then 5 months later, the car will go into the Prestige ticket store. And that's when you, from grinding the custom mode, will be able to get the car. Anyone will be able to get the car. But that is a long way away. Until then, only 15,000 players, again, will be able to own that one RC car. And some of those players will have the year 3 pass already, so they'll already have so many other RC cars, but they'll also get the Summit one. But some people won't have the year 3 pass and only get that RC car, and that'll be their only one, and they'll have their chance taken away. That's a shame. But I find it so weird that the crew haven't made this, like, very public. They talk about it in this article, but they haven't said anything about it themselves. People don't know this. In fact, when the RC cars were first revealed, or sorry, when all of this was first revealed, people said, it kind of sucks that there's no playlist in the year 3 pass. They said that that sort of devalued the year 3 pass a little. Except there is a playlist there, and they've not made anyone know that it's the RC car one, and everyone still thinks that everyone's gonna get the RC playlist. But that's not the case. Now let's talk about the gameplay in the RC car playlist. Accompanying the RC alongside NASCAR racing, a second playlist will introduce another unexpected vehicle type in Season 9, remote control cars. During a visit to Ubisoft Ivory Tower, Traxion had a brief hands-on driving with the new RC car, so this will be information on direct gameplay of them. As expected, it feels nimble and rapid to drive, with a dedicated jump button. One of the buttons, whichever one it may be, somewhere on the controller, will be a jump button, which I don't think is a real thing on RC cars, allowing you to perform air flips in conjunction with the analog stick. So you jump, and then you move around this, and you'll do some kind of flipperoo. Then, with the playlist challenging you to perform specific tricks, this, I got to admit, is a little heartbreaking. Because I have to be honest, when they said RC cars, I was looking forward to RC car racing. I want a playlist where I race RC cars in all of the different areas around the map that have, like, really well detailed, like, the hotels and stuff that are really detailed, the construction sites that are really detailed, the malls, right? There's like 2 malls right next to each other. That'd make a great race. That's what I wanted from the RC car playlist. But it doesn't seem to have any mention of there being racing of the RC cars, which sucks big time, man. Instead, it seems that the playlist is going to be do tricks, like the Crew 2's aerobatics spec. Specific tricks when timing a jump right. The RC car can drive on rooftops or climb construction sites to reach previously inaccessible areas. I hope that it's just you do tricks while you race. That's my hope. That's my only fingers crossed, please. But I guess we'll see when we see. A lower viewpoint makes the environment scale seem enormous when driving miniature RC cars. Also, something that this image kind of teases, but it's so sick to hear, you can still drive the RC cars in cockpit view. You can drive first person RC cars, revealing an animated miniature driver behind the wheel, which of course is the 8-ball car. It's a new way of discovering the open world. Yeah, you'll see details you never have. That's what they talk about. But they also talk about another feature. Not only will the RC cars be able to jump on command with a button, but also they can drive on water. Now, this is a thing some real-life RC cars can't do because they're so light. So these all RC cars can. And it's kind of like the water bike, where if you don't maintain your speed, the car's gonna sink. But as soon as you get up to speed, the car will drive on water. We've got another contender for water slalom metas since the water bike overtook. Also, we could have RC cars in the custom mode for the water bike events. I see this as an absolute win. I see this as an absolute win, and I feel like they could add now RC cars, hovercrafts, and water bikes. They'd just have to add hovercrafts, and they could do a hovercraft playlist, And the custom mode would actually be pretty full, because it would be hovercrafts for the original event, water bike, RC cars. Am I cooking or am I cooking? RC cars were originally going to be full-sized. That makes no sense to me. What are you talking about? Who thought that would... full-sized? Does that mean what I think it means? Does that mean RC cars were going to be the full size of real cars? Huh? But should they change during the prototype phase? Good. According to Narducci, we reworked a lot of things. He says adding that gravity physics were adjusted to make the cars feel more like toy-like. And that's all they're gonna be. That's what we're gonna have to see when we see. In a throwback to a retro arcade game like Atari Super Sprint, split-screen races can be played from a top-down perspective, with both players racing on the same screen. They're adding split screen? I didn't even read this. Wait, I didn't read this. They're adding split screen? Then they talk about how it is locked behind the Year 3 pass. However, those who don't own the Year 3 pass will still be able to get one in the Summit, and then buy it in Prestige tickets. Several RC cars will be included in the Year 3 pass, each with different characteristics for different terrains, such as asphalt or off-road, and can be customized. Whoa! RC cars are gonna have customization? Fellas, I gotta be honest, I read this bit to prepare for the video. This bit, I'm reading as shocked as you. RC cars are gonna have customization, and each of them is gonna behave differently? I guess that makes sense, given this one's clearly an off-roader. Ivory Tower also teased a partnership with an official RC brand. Yes! We're gonna get more RC cars, and we're actually gonna get licensed RC cars. Man, how have they got me hyped for this? It's gonna be locked behind the Year 3 pass, which sucks, but they've actually got me really hyped. Like, I don't really care about RC. Okay, no, you know, I gotta be honest. I think RC cars are probably the thing I'm most hyped for at the moment. I'm struggling to be hyped for the NASCAR because we've not even seen it. We don't know what it looks like. RC cars, licensed RC cars, jumping, driving on water, customization. Like, what? Oh, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. That was a lot of information. A lot of information. And that's what I promised you. So head down there and subscribe. And right after this one, head over and check out the oldest video on this channel, the NASCAR breakdown, for everything we know about the NASCAR update coming. But this was everything we knew about the RC cars. I'll see you boys in the next one in a